I don't know about you, but I think understanding color tones and shading is the one single most important thing to master if you want to get better in coloring. And I do have the perfect exercise for that. And all you need is three different tones of gray, which I'm going to share with you the color codes right now.
Let's do a quick exercise together. For this scene, I've decided that the sun will be the main source of light. So I start by visualizing how the light would naturally fall on the objects. Then I gently shade the areas that the light wouldn't reach. This is how the process usually works. I always start with the lightest tone, in this case the lightest gray. I'll leave the areas where the light hits the object completely white, since those parts don't need any shading. For this particular scene, I wanted to add a little bit of drama, so I softly shaded the entire character to create a subtle backlight effect. From here, I will then gradually build up the tones, layering from light to medium to dark. And doing this layer by layer, you will naturally create depth and dimension, making the scene looks more believable. And by believable, I don't mean it has to be realistic. Light and shadow gives your scene dimension, and that's what makes it feel visually right to the eye. Color tone is about value, how light or dark a color is, not the exact hue or a marker code. This is why I usually refer to tones like light, medium, or dark instead of sharing specific color numbers. Fun fact, most objects can be shaded effectively using just 3 tones, and this applies to any medium, not just markers. Tone works across the board. I believe this kind of practice is more helpful than following how to color X tutorials online, because those tutorials often ignore the light source, which is really the foundation of the whole scene. Each coloring page has its own lights, its own perspective. Copying a formula without adjusting it can make your coloring feel off. Now, back to the exercise. Using only grays help you focus on value and contrast without the distraction of color. It trains your eyes to see what really shapes the image. Remember that coloring should be without pressure or overthinking, so do this exercise without stress. Keep practicing using these 3 shades of gray on different pages. There's no right or wrong, so experiment away. The main goal is to make your scene more believable. And yeah, feel free to use a white highlighter. It's a cheat code, but hey, coloring is supposed to be fun, right? And that's it for today's lazy coloring tip. Do follow me for more cozy tutorials in the future.